Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Barnes. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Oklahoma 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Arnold. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Sooners will hustle to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Using the quick game. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Open space at the 25. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. So a drive there of 84 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Now on first and 10 from the 27. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Direct snap. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
He wants to pass it on second down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute, and then on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bowman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Quick strike complete. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Hand off from the shotgun. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
This offense has been money on 4th down here in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Milroe. Fires to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 14, Oklahoma 7.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He makes a catch. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always had, offensive success.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. It's reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. To the air, it's Arnold. Swings it out to his running back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll go with a direct snap. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Really nice 1st down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Offense set on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Looking to pass. It's Arnold. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up.
Alabama 14, Oklahoma 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Snap it to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Gonna try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Oh, it's a backbreaker for this defense. QB scrambling and picking up the first down with the lead here in the 4th quarter. It's going to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more seconds off the clock. Not what you were hoping for if you're on B that last play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give as they work on that clock. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
You know, right the time, my whole ass nigga.
Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania Hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for room. It's Singleton. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Aller. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure coming. Makes a connection. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. They're trying, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Penn State! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball.
Shame, shame, shame. He tells nobody ain't you ready for check down there.
Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. Coming out with it, it's Lucas.
The return is tackled down at the 26, and the Florida State offense will take over. First and 10.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. He's going to let it go. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Offense working from the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He makes the connection. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room, it's Singleton. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass on second down. Pulls it in. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack, though.
Wants to throw. It's Allard. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Bringing the heat. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Pulls it in. It's Singleton. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
This quarterback has all the confidence in the world in his arm. The coach would probably like to see more confidence in his eyes and not throw that ball into double coverage.
And the field really shrinks in the red zone. It becomes harder to execute, and all those guys are looking straight at the quarterback, and you could tell, listen, he got away with it, didn't throw the INT, but he's got to do a better job of using his eyes and making better decisions down here in the red zone where the field really shrinks.
Looking down the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, trying to find his man. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Glenn. The quick out. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off.
And this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
On second down, looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Dropping back, it's Glenn. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He's got it on the run, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Penn State!
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Takes the easy throw in the flat. What about that move to pick up a few extra yards to the 35? And the Seminoles want to move quickly. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch at the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lucas. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd and goal coming up. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the outside. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Still looking, on the move. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Noles!
Oh, those hurt. I mean, you got them backed up. You got them in a 4th down situation. You got the play initially stopped, but playing scrambling quarterbacks, you got to play the 2nd play and the 3rd play because they just keep running around, making things happen, and the QB does a great job on 4th down, getting in the end zone, making the big play.
Dances away. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Inside the 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Singleton. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
To the ground with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great.
Well, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Makes his man miss. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a loss of yardage on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Moves around to clear up the vision. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Aller. Gets it out quickly. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. The snap sets up to throw. It's caught. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So Usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick 6.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job.
Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he made the extra point without problem.